Well, hello everyone and welcome back to the mega colony, the best one you're going to see on YouTube. Look, you can link ones you think are better, but this is going to be it, alright? Welcome yourselves back in, guys. I am kidding, by the way. I love all YouTubers. I'm sorry. No, welcome back in. And thank you so much. So let's just run through a real quick recap before we move on. So over here we're 1050 pop on Eschenhau. Now, I did notice our fuel was pretty low. Food's really good. And also this. I've been permanently creating roof tiles and importing clay. So a lot of our money, that went amiss. So I've turned off the trade of clay, the import, the 20 we needed, because we've actually been smelting that up constantly. Look at this. We've got 847 roof tiles just sat here. I'm not going to do anything with them because we actually need them. So that's number one. I didn't quite realize that was happening. So that was a big part of our money. And number two is we want to continue growing these with said roof tiles, so we'll soon be using them all anyway. That right there was 8, so that's all it takes. And then we've run out of logs as well, but I actually need another firewood. So I want another woodcutter's lodge and another firewood thingy as well. And what I'm going to do is just chuck it over here. So I've added in 2, so we're a couple of months ahead, you'll see here. I've added in 2 more trade posts just over here as well. And what they're just going to basically do the trading here. I'm going to try and buy in when we see it. But yeah, I'm going to get another woodcutter's lodge. And I'm going to expand that to the highest here. And then I'll move on to the other settlements so you can see what's going on first. But yeah, the idea is to expand these as much as possible. So we're going to need another charcoal kiln as well. So I'm also going to go ahead and get another one of these in. And that's going to go nicely there. And just whilst that's being built, let's hop on over to Zweiau. And this is at 408 populations at the moment. We're running out of ale and stuff. We need to sort that. But other than that, I don't mind. The happiness is enough to just keep ticking over anyway. And we're going to have to... We got a few houses over this end still for those to move in. So we can let that one do its thing. Got plenty of money and we're good on resources. Now over in Goldhof, we're still not using up any of the meat. And we are running on 3 hunting camps, right? 6 hunters. And this hasn't gone down at all. So we've got... The actual meat amount's gone down, but everything else, look at the eggs and stuff. We've got so much food over here, so we can actually start sending eggs as well. But honey has gone crazy, and you guys have informed me that you can have just 1 in here, and it does the same job. So I'm going to reduce this down to 1, and I'm going to go ahead and increase elsewhere. So what I'm going to do is go down to 2x a second whilst we do this. And as you can see, we've got a stupid amount of firewood as well. So we've got this one set purely for that. We've got the forester's hut that we can continually keep on. And saw pit we don't need to do anything with. Look at that, 349 planks as well. So nothing we kind of want to do there. I may keep the woodcutter's lodge on just for the sake of selling it. I think we're exporting some wood, aren't we? So I'll put the export the wood still in hand so they do actually do something. But we'll up the numbers to like 600. So as this one grows, we're nearly 200 pop over here as well. As this one grows, we'll be able to export some of that as well. Now, we are running on the new patch notes, so a few things have been ironed out, and I think you get more stuff in your storehouses cart-wise and stuff, so that helps massively. So that's good, and I should be able to continue to upgrade these when we get the logs in as well. And let's pop back here now. So we got this woodcutter's lodge, so we're going to go up to 3 in here, and what I'm going to do is just have this area covered over here. So nice big chunky area, and then the forester's hut, and then obviously we'll max out the charcoal kiln as well. We've got so many people we can work with at the moment, there's no issues at all by doing that. And then we'll need probably another forester's hut, so I'm kind of just redoing this, and I'll put this one over here just outside. This is like a little industry area. We'll get that going over here, and we're in May of the 18th year now, by the way, and family should still be able to move in as we upgrade all of these when we get the logs in as well. So I'm just going to check out how bad my logging station is over here. So we've got this logging camp, and this forester's hut, but I'm actually going to go ahead and move this. Now we're getting a little bit far out, so I might put the I don't know, we'll leave it as is. Actually, we've got the forester's hut. Let's see where that one is kind of planting. We're going to move it here, and then this guy will get this one relocated off the back of here. Oh, bit of lag there, sorry. And then we'll relocate this forester's hut right next to it as well. I'm not quite sure why that road's not really doing anything. Is that even a road? I don't recall ever drawing that road, but it is in there, so we'll Yeah, we'll leave as is. But yeah, we'll get those guys moved over and we'll reassess that now. And then hopefully I can get the rest of these kind of upgraded as well. So we'll make sure these guys are in. And we'll set their area. We need to basically predefine these guys to also have their own livestock as well. And I will say, just whilst I'm sorting this out, thank you so much for being here, guys. I really, really appreciate it. It really does help me. It really, really does. So there we go. Another forester's hut there. And then we'll go ahead and get this one going over here. So I'll reset this one. Kind of just around the woodworking area. And that will do for now. We've got plenty of room to build up here if we need to as well. But yeah, we're going to try and get this fuel up because I know we're sending a lot of it out. So we'll get that going now. As you'll see, that will start to ramp up, hopefully, based on those extra workers. And then this woodcutter's lodge is not very beneficial over here anymore. I'll get one more in there. And we'll just make sure that their work area is kind of covering this new section now. Let's go like that so they can go a little bit further afield if needed. And then we're good. So let's see if we can continue to upgrade, which we can. So these are a couple of tier 2s here and a couple of tier 3s. And then we're going to really start the housing down this way. I'm not even sure to what extent we can build over here. So I am going to try it. Before we do, let's have a look at this. Honey, eggs, and meat. So the veg gardens look really good over here. We could potentially continue on with our density here. I think we're going to have to do it pretty manual though, because we don't have the logs to actually do much. I think I can get 2 more. So again, we're going to do a row of eggs in here. I am continuing on with the eggs because why not? Don't hate me on it, guys. We want that a little bit longer. And then I can squeeze another one in here as well. So I'm just going to get this predefined so we haven't got to kind of fight it. There we go. Another one in there as well. So we've got some housing to do there. Hopefully the firewood isn't too bad. I've just noticed another one over there. Let's come out of that. And then firewood is going back up. Lovely. And then let's just check in over here. So there's a bit of unhappiness coming in around here. And it's actually food. So let's just check in. Okay. And we've got a whole bunch of sheep now. Look at this. We've actually got 15. So it's going to get pretty crazy and out of hand over there. And I'm actually going to turn off. I'm going to pause the livestock now. And we're going to come in and hopefully get some more businesses going when they move in. So just taking a look. Let's have a look at what the packing station is doing. How much bread have we got? So we've actually got minus bread now. So we need that to come in. To be honest, I am quite inclined to pause the packing station. We'll keep our own veg. And then actually over here, I'm going to just buy some in. So we're going to start importing that. We're making a good amount anyway. And then I'll probably turn off the export. So no more meat from here as well. So we'll keep that for ourselves. And then we'll keep the berries for ourselves as well. So we're producing a good amount. And we'll just import that. I think that's pretty much it. And then we should expect to see apples and stuff coming in soon. So we're balanced. I think we're okay. Fuel's good. Well, Goldhof is a beast into itself because we've got just so many eggs now. Look at this. The number is great. But yeah, I'm amazed by this meat. It's like it's been changed again. So I can actually get a 5th hunter's cabin here. And I feel like I can keep going with the honey as well. They are so strong. And we still haven't maxed out some of these. So we're going to also send some eggs over. And I'm tempted to packing station eggs maybe. So we can go with a different settlement. We can say Goldhof. And we're going to send Goldhof some leather. We got too much leather over here. So we're going to go. Although it's got loads over there as well, hasn't it? What else have we got? Oh my god. Look at those helmets. I'm going to sell from there as well. So let's say helmets. And you're going to receive some eggs. So I'm going to bring some eggs over here just to buffer this. Well, we might change that up eventually, but we've got one family with 2 mules doing that. So let's see if we can get just this food buffered up over here a little bit more. That meat should go back up anyway, and the veg, because we're no longer selling it. But I think the eggs will come in handy. We may as well make use of what we have over here to bring that happiness back up. And there's our other hunting camp. So all I'm going to do with this one is just put one in for now. And I just realized we must be sending so much meat. It's just crazy. And now let's start to upgrade some of these as well. So we're making pretty damn good cash over here as well. We're pretty much in a position where we don't need to worry about that. And we don't have the house space. So upgrading or expanding these like this one is the play, because that's going to get an extra one in. And then we're going to need to get more, right? So food is good. Fuel, not concerned about. So let's continue on our egg empire over here. And actually, if we might do this a little bit differently now. I'm going to bring a road to the edge of the river. And I'll build it like that. And then I'm just going to snap it here. And I'm going to bring it up and around like this. I don't think that's going to work, actually. We're going to need to just go to there and then up, because I'm not sure if it'll draw it by the river. No. Oh, it has. It just disappears. That's really cool as it goes into the river. So I should be able to now. I'm just hoping we've got enough logs to achieve this. Look at that. Down by the river on the opposite turn. I think that's quite nice. And I could probably get 2 in here. I may just put in... We're doing a little bit of veg, right? We could have a couple of veg plots this side. So we haven't got the logs, so we'll let that happen. And that's going to give us a big bump over here as well. Not that we need it. And in the last episode, we did go ahead and get this mining pit. So I'm going to get 1 in there to really start getting those clay in as well. And then if we wanted to go to deep mine, we do have this option to come down here. And we could turn all of that firewood into coal if we want as well. I've got no desire to do anything else over here, so it is an option. But yeah, we'll start to get our economies up. And then our new plots over here. Sorry, we're going to have a lot of people moving in here. So let's get these going with eggs once again. I'm trying my hardest to get a surplus of these over here, so I don't necessarily need to send them over. And we can utilize that between the other settlements. And then that one, I'm going to make a little veg garden. And that should be fine. We're starting to get families in here already as well, so that's good. And then we just need to factor in our marketplace over here, which everything looks good. Distribution is fab. So I've just noticed we could probably get the upgrades on these. So we got this granary here. What I'm going to do, I don't know why you're getting that grain in. Still, that's a problem. They should see this again. They haven't fixed this yet, which is unfortunate, but that grain shouldn't be in there. I'm going to go ahead and go 1 there, and then this family I'm going to go check out. She's going to go build one over here, I think. Let's make sure it's the right one. We're going to go ahead and move this. We're going to double up the food stores there so it shouldn't have to travel too far. I'm going to speed it up. Oh god, fuel. Hello. That shouldn't be the case. We should be able to ramp that up. If that's the case, then I know we're sending a lot. Let's just go ahead and jam one of them in here as well. Like I said, I don't care too much about the meat in here. We got all this over here, actually. Let's go ahead and get a one of these, a woodcutter's lodge over here as well. And there we go. There's the upgrades on these bad boys. So that's all we needed. Just needed one more marketplace to kind of transfer this over. There we go. There's the 1.1k here now. 1,093. And there we have it. Food numbers going back up now. So getting those eggs in has helped. I've stopped selling the veg and stuff, so come in pretty handy. And with those helmets going over, what we're going to do is set up a small trade in Goldhof. Sorry for the jumping about the settlements constantly, but that makes it really easy because they'll be stored in here anyway, so we can export. And actually, we want this at 0, so we're just going to export every helmet that gets put into here straight back out. And then we're going to be gearing up maybe for a second trade post over here as well. But yeah, a hell of a lot of eggs, man. I love how many you can get going if you do it from the beginning, all because of the meat. And you can do it a different way and not upgrade your houses, right? And you could have them all at tier 1 and all just eggs and meat. And then the food variety, for example, is only ever at level 1 is only 2 options. So you could have just the meat and honey going in, or meat and veg, for example, and then all of the eggs will be surplus. So in this case, we've got plenty of food over here, even for tier 2. And now with the clay deposit in, I'm going to go ahead and get one person. Let's get, yeah, one person in the clay furnace. We're going to get this church upgraded just to get that happiness up that tiny bit more. And I'm just going to check in on my retinue. So we've got enough money to replenish them now. So we've got more than enough to get them replenished and upgraded and kind of ready. So that unit is good. That unit's good. And then we'll go into here and we'll buy the rest. And we'll just check the upgrades here. And there we have it, all upgraded and plenty of money to spare. So we're good on that front as well. Still not much here. I might continue to get the honey. I know it's just busted at the moment, so we can just keep going. Let's check in on the meat as well. It's still not going down, guys. Look at this. We have so many. That's 8 hunters hunting this with the policies that we've got in place, and it is absolutely incredible how much you can get from it. It is obviously dwindling pretty badly. I reckon we can get another one in. I think we're using a lot of it in here, aren't we? Yeah. All right, yeah. So I've got the options here. What am I going to do? Am I going to create more honey? Keep trying to get meat? I think it's going to be... I'm going to continue to get meat. I want to push it to see how much we can get out of this, because actually it seems to be a hell of a lot. So I'm going to go with another one, see if we get 2 more in there, because I can't get over how quick that's developing. And for those of you guys that haven't seen what I did, I'll quickly run you through it. So we have a rich deposit of wild animals, which is double. And then for points, we've gone into trapping, which is passive income of meat, plus double the amount of meat harvested by hunters. And then inside of policies, I've signed this one here, which allows wild animals to breed twice as fast. It's at the cost of yielding crops, but we're not farming over here. So those are all the settings I've got, and it seems to be an infinite amount of wild animals so far. Obviously, I'm going to push it to the limit C, but that, as it stands, is 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 8 hunters. I've got another one here, so I'm going to try another 2. Yeah, we got 10 roof tiles. So I should be able to hit this now. Boom, there's the church. And there we go. All chickens done. I'm going to leave that settlement again for a little bit. Let's check in over here. I'm also seeing the same with the wild animals over here. So we're not kind of going crazy. I've got 3. I'm going to go with another one in here. We'll try and get a bit more in here. So I want to get this going again. But the buying in of bread is helping. Berries obviously no good. You'd think with this settlement we'd be able to get more berries, but it is proving to be pretty difficult. I wonder if us... No, it's not storage issues. So I'm now going to go ahead and move our logging camp. We're going to do this a bit differently. Let's bring our logging camp up here. There we go. And I'll just hover over. We've got 17 sheep now. So I plan on building a big amount of sheep here, and we'll start to see yarn and wool go crazy. But yeah, before we do anything else, let's go fight. So they are coming in from... Okay, they're coming towards Goldhof, so we're going to need to make sure we're ready. So let's bring them all in. I'm going to turn off the sprint here. I reckon I can get to them in time. Anyway, we'll probably go defensive stance, and we'll see how we do. Hopefully we can get over. Yep, got there in time, so I'm just going to arrange this. Archers, do you want to just sit back here? That'll be fine. Pole arms, go there. Retinue over there. Archers in place, and another retinue here as well. Come down here. We'll get an instant push forward on there. It's almost instant death there for them, so we'll bring those guys around. I think this retinue's going to kill that. I think we're on a hill here, so we're pretty good. Yeah, no push forward. I'm going to leave them defensive stance. It's fine. I'll push those in there. And I did see one flanking over here, so I'll do that. A little bit of lag coming in now. I think there's a lot going on our map, to be fair. And let's push forward with those. You guys can get stuck in on that. And you. And then you can brace across here. Looks like they're going across. We'll just send those straight in. Push forward. Go, go, go. Heavy infantry. Look at them. Shining armor right there. That was quick. I love it. I do love it, man. There we go. Nice, easy fight. And yeah, it looks like we didn't lose a single member of our squad there, which is great. So I can sprint these home. I've been neglecting our marketplaces a little bit on these other ones. I think we're finding Goldhof. I really need to fix what we have going on here. So have we now got the timber? We haven't, because we've moved it. Let's go ahead and get this logging camp good. And we're going to get this set up here. So I'm just going to cut all of this down. I can't remember whether we had a forester's hut. We do. So I'm going to relocate this forester's hut this way as well. And we're going to get that moving. So let's get that prioritized. And then I'm going to permanently assign livestock to the logging camp. We're going to get this one up. I should be able to build that granary now. This is going to be a large one as well. I'm going to pop it over here because most of the food kind of distributes this way. I know we have the granary here that is serving these guys, but the pantry itself is not covering this. So as it stands, these guys were only meant to be grabbing certain things out. Now that we're allowing this, I think I'm just going to go yes on those. Just to kind of see what happens and see if that kind of does anything for us. I'm hoping our foragers' huts can do a little bit more this period to actually bulk up our berries as well. There we go. We can assign 2 to that and get this workspace. I'm not going to populate this granary just yet, although I can move it across. But yeah, food variety is just because we don't actually have the variety in. All right, let's check out the bread situation over. Look at this. Oh my God, what is going on? 2.8k bread. Right, it's time. So we'll do the packing stations from this side so it's easier to manage. So we're sending and receiving the meat. That is kind of working out. This one, we're going to go with Zweal, and we're going to send bread once more. And we're going to receive... What do we want to receive from them? I don't think we necessarily need to receive food at this point, so I might even start to receive helmets again because we're just producing so many. It's an easy one to work with, so I'm going to go with this. I'm going to order one in. I think we had one, and then I'm going to go Livestock's been buffed a little bit, by the way, so you can get slightly more. I'm going to import to 6, just so we've got them ready. Now I'm going to make sure my trade posts have their horses coming in. They do, so that is good. That seems to all be working. And then from here, we can make sure we sell those helmets. So I know we've got some. Holy crap, why have we got so many Gamesons? Why is nobody wearing Gamesons? I guess it's because they've got the mail armor? Ah, got you. Right, I thought you could have both. Am I talking rubbish? But yeah, no longer need to import that. We'll leave that. So they'll pick one. We'll leave them there then. So as they run out, we can they can change up to that one as well. So we got 3 foragers huts here that seem to be doing pretty well with berries. So I want to replicate that over here. It's growing. I think they receive it. How's the meat doing? Yeah, see that meat? I feel like it's changed, guys. We've got 2 hunting camps. And they're able to pull it in like crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and get a 3rd one here as well. It's just nuts the amount of stuff you actually get out of it. Like, you get loads of clothing too, right? And then I'm going to up the foragers huts to just buffer that as well. And there we go. We did get a good amount of veg and bread coming in now as well. So we're going to see the eggs and bread coming here. And it has stabilized our region. So very happy with that. And yeah, I'll spend a bit of time just working on making sure that we get these done. So as the food goes in here, I'm going to create another food marketplace. I'm hoping it comes over here. So the variety should get fixed. Then what we need to consider is helmets. So we need to make sure we have enough to send. And at the moment, it's pretty good. Let's make sure we've also got our metal smelting. So iron slabs, I reckon we can get more bloomeries here. Because actually, I think we've got... Oh, look at that. Iron ore. We've actually managed to use it all. So I'm going to go ahead and get our second iron ore mine in. So I need to move you now, don't I? Bloomery. I'm sorry, I will replace you. But I've got other plans. I completely forgot the intent behind what I was doing. I think I may need to move the... So let's go ahead and move that road before we put this in. There we go. And then I'm going to go boom. Then I should be able to snap this around here. There we go. And I'm going to try and squeeze a bloomery in here. I'm not sure if I'll be able to. And I can. Look at that. Go on, let me rotate. That works either way. We'll pop that in there. And then we'll just bring the road to it like that. We've got a nice little industry section there. And what I'll do is also go ahead, spam these in, and then get another bloomery. I reckon one more. Let's get it on the edge here, because I might get another house in here as well. The good news is we're getting to a point where it's allowing me to upgrade a lot of these. So food distribution hopefully comes in a bit more. Come on, you can do it. All right, Hunter's Camp. Let's max this bad boy out and let's see if we can drop this one down. I'm just keeping a close eye on the numbers here. So the ideal world is... I'm not even sure the balance. It seems like 1 deep mine with 4 does okay with 2 or... Sorry, 4 workers, 2 bloomeries, or maybe even a 5th worker from a singular bloomery as well. We're running with... So at the moment we've got 1, 2, 3 bloomeries with 2 of these. And the iron ore is going up. So I reckon I can go 1 more in there. And I reckon that's our numbers. Yeah, meat's still not going down with the 20 wild animals now. I feel like it's... I definitely see the number go down, but the birth rate... Yeah, there we go. It's going down. Let's see how quick it goes back up, though. We're sending out more than we can actually create here. I haven't actually populated these new 2 here. What I'm going to do is try just 1 more with 2. Yeah, it's gone back up again. Every month it just pings back up. So I'll try 2 more in here. That'll equal 10 so far. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. No, 12, sorry. 12 hunters. And we're still full. So the fight begins. We are ready and in place somewhat, he says. Kind of all over the place. I don't know where my units are, but where's my yeah, I don't know what's going on. They're all a bit weird. It's all over the place, so I'm just gonna let it play. I have no idea. Get in on that, guys. I think they're all dead. I have no idea. But there we go, and we've got to replace 2 retinue here. But yeah, we got plenty of cash knocking about anyway, so we're fine. I'm just looking here. It's still on the fuel. We actually got 1k, so I don't know. Although population has increased pretty well. Let's take a look here then. So I think we're finally a little bit lower on this. Oh no, we're not. We're actually good. Clothing variety might need to change then. Look at this. All of this grain just sat in here. It's weird. All right. For this storehouse then, let's go ahead and get another one in here. And then what I'm going to do is see where that marketplace gets built. Because it could well be up here. Which yeah, it's up here. So I'm going to move this one. You're going to get moved. Sorry, good sir. And you're going to come down this way. There we go. We're going to put that firewood stall there because it's relatively close to this one. And then I also potentially need a clothing only store as well. You're better off splitting it out. Clothing in one, firewood in the other. The only problem you have is they don't split it very well because you just want them to build clothing stores, right? For now, though, it's not too bad. It's just literally this handful of houses down here that don't have the clothing. All right, look at that. We got the apples. We got the veg. Eggs, obviously, still. The people like the eggs, all right? All right, let's get a few more upgraded so we can fit those last lot in then, and then we'll consider some more housing. So, let's have a look at our road structure here. I think I'm going to bring one through the middle. It says this is pretty steep. We might not be able to build on this section. I'll try it. Then I'm going to go ahead and attach some more housing in here as well. So I think we're good. They're all populated, so I can go ahead and get a few more in. So I'm just going to get a few slightly bigger garden ones here. I think this is grounds for a pretty good zone, actually. So I'm just going to put that down to 1. And this is going to be 3 more. Maybe, I'm not sure what I want those to be yet, but they're definitely in potential for veg or something. Let's get another one of those in as well. Yeah, we'll let that one keep going. That's going to be at 1.2k before long. And let's check in on the iron ore. There we go. Look at that. So I think you can have 2 bloomeries to an iron thingy here. And that's the way to play it. And with all this extra food coming in now. Yes, there we go. We got a bunch of apples. I think we're safe over here to actually have some tier 3s coming in now. Lovely. So that does mean we'll need to do something with beer. So as you can see, we're not making that much money now. So I think I'm going to take the taxes down here, and then the rest of it I'm going to see what we can kind of trade out. We're trying, I think a lot of it was down to us not having the correct stuff in here. I'm wondering if we try and sell, yeah, so the idea is to get the clothing up, right? I may try and sell the excess leather here. So let's go ahead and export. So I'm going to future-proof it. We're going to have 600 leather in stock. I'm going to sell the rest, so I will open that when we can. And then hopefully the sheep will really start to bring in some wool and yarn for us really, really soon as well. Gonna just grab in. Let's see what we're doing here. So that's clothing only. We could build marketplaces with that one. It's working out quite nice. So later expansions, that should be good. 24 sheep, so it is going to go crazy. I'm going to go ahead and get a second one in the Weaver's Workshop now. Livestock trading post is poor, so that's going to be really, really... Yeah, I think we just let this one tick up with sheep. So we've only got 8 lambs, but yeah, that number will snowball pretty quickly. So how many can we fit in this pasture? 52. So what I'll do preemptively is get a good amount of pastures ready. And we're going to have a really big pasture. So this is going to be, you probably think this is wild, but I'm going to fill out. So I'm going to come a different way, actually. Let's come from this side. So we know not to have to touch it again, almost. 1, 2... Just going to bring it like that, and then if we need more, we'll bring them around this way. As you can see, all of these trees have taken a huge chunk out, so we're going to bring this way now, and then what I'm going to do is bring a logging camp this way. So we're going to plant and log from this side, and we'll keep that going as well. We may need a second one over here soon, because we're almost at 500, and as you can see, we're now stabilizing really well over here. So I, for one, am pretty happy. I'm going to get another one of those in to pop it over here. And then I'm going to take some time just to get in a couple more tier 3s. And then we'll be good to get some more in. And then we'll check in on our next one as well. So, Goldhoff, my friend, how are we doing? There's the over 200 pop. So as it stands then, firewood and clothing are not distributing over here very well. So let's fix this. So we've got market stall locations. I mean, it's not bad. We could just go ahead and chuck those in. So clothing, let's get one more of those. And then this storehouse, let's get another one of those. The firewood one's over here, right? Clothing. So firewood, let's get one more of those. And that should get these remaining houses done. And then with what's coming, when we're basically just going to get a big amount of cash, we're going to start buying in booze for this area too. And actually, we could get this to tier 3 if we wanted to. Tempted to keep it at tier 2 with no ale, though. That might be the easiest way. They got a decent enough approval. And there we go. Clothing to 100%. And the thing that still excites me is this meat. So I'm going to, again, get 2 more in there. Doesn't seem to be getting more than we're actually doing here, but it's the eggs that I'm impressed by. 1.1k eggs. So, bread. What packing station is doing over here? We're receiving bread, aren't we? So we'll keep that coming. And then with anyone else that kind of comes in, I'm going to go ahead and get in a bunch of apiaries along this section now. And there's 3 more. I think I can fit a 4th. Can I squeeze one in there? I'll certainly try. Nope. So that's going to be all of it then. And we're going to need to compensate and get a couple more houses to accommodate those. So let's continue the density. I want one more veg garden here. Nice big one off the back of there. And then along this front, we're going to produce more eggs. And then we should be good. And as these apiaries get built, we'll make sure there is no marketplaces. And we'll get that going. I want to see this meat number rise though. And yeah, a decent settlement. Alright, some good news over here then. Roof tile's still high, but look at this. Ooh. Yes, that meat number's actually stabilizing now. The only other thing I can consider over here is a couple more orchards. As this population number keeps going, it's going to get crazy anyway. So let's take a look, see what needs upgrading. So are you guys still not getting your clothing, are you? So let's take a look at this. Have either of you got more clothing in? I'm on a house there. We want this storehouse here. There's no firewood. Oh, there's charcoal. I might turn off charcoal in here because it's in this one anyway, right? Yeah, we got firewood in there. So let's flip that over. Let's see if we can get that going. And that number should disintegrate, I'm hoping. And then I can get one more in here for a clothing store. And then I can move it across. And as we've built towards this area with the housing now, we can get the last few. I definitely want to fill this section, but I also want to come up here just because of this marketplace area. So this storehouse can be upgraded as well. And if we wanted to, let's have a look at what's going in there. That's just malt. And once again, it isn't doing that. So we may as well use it for something else, if I'm honest. So I'm going to upgrade that one. And then as that charcoal comes out, I'm going to get another one in there. Let's see what they build. And there's another lot of enemy units being on the attack here. Where's that firewood store? Look, it's gone over the top of the other one. So we're going to have to move this one. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to get rid of that family. And I'm going to destroy. So I don't want that happening. And then we've got the attack coming as well. God. And they're coming in from the top again, so we don't need to worry about that. That's one for the next episode, guys. So as always, thank you so much for being here. A little recap. We are 20 years in now. And in total, we're pretty much, 2,000 population across the board right now. Guys, as always, smash the thumbs up. Subscribe if you aren't already. It helps massively. And as always, I really appreciate you being here. Hope you have a great day. And I'll see you soon.